magic and herbs.
Hallo zusammen. Heute mache ich eine Aufnahme von der Hauptstory. Ich habe auch ein bisschen aufgeräumt. Ich bin jetzt in Abenteuerstufe 36. Moment. Und habe hier auch in dem Questlog alles leer geräumt, was geht. Legendenauftrag hätte ich eins noch übrig, was ich freischalten könnte, aber das mache ich jetzt nicht, weil ich eigentlich mal rüberfahren will ins neue Gebiet rüber. Ich habe echt in Lioe noch echt viel abgegrast an Quests oder so kleine Geheimnisse, die man so mitbekommt. Und ich habe ein bisschen länger gebraucht, weil ich alle meine Charaktere über die Durchbruchsstufe 4 bringen wollte. Die alle 4. Ich habe jetzt alle hochgekriegt. Die sind nicht jetzt alle auf 70, aber hier fehlen mir noch ein paar Materialien. Und zwar habe ich die normalen Materialien vom Weltboss zusammen. Mir fehlen nur die Masken, aber die kommen dann mit der Zeit. Aber ich bin ein bisschen heiß auf deren neuen passiven Skills. Die sind nämlich ziemlich gut bei allen 4. Die Luke ist auf 60, aber ich habe ihn nicht zum Aufsteigen gebracht, weil ich den nur als Ersatzmann brauche, genau wie sie. Aber ja, damit fahren wir jetzt mal mit der Hauptstory weiter. Das ist eigentlich ganz interessant. Ich habe mal auf der Homepage von MiHoYo, also dem Spieleentwickler, geschaut. Und da gibt es sogar einen Comic zu dem Game. Und da erfährt man so ein bisschen Backstory von D-Luke. Das ist ganz interessant, wie sein Vater gestorben ist und über die Fahrt und so. So, ein kleiner Kontext, nachdem ich Liyue abgeschlossen habe, folgt noch eine kleine Zwischenhauptstory. Die habe ich jetzt noch nicht mit aufgenommen, aber da erfährt der Hauptcharakter, dass sein Geschwisterchen schon auf dieser Welt war und jetzt für die Leute im Abgrund arbeiten und versuchen, die Götter sozusagen zu stürzen oder sowas. Und die hatte nur zu ihm gemeint, wenn du die Welt bereist hast und mich wieder triffst, dann siehst du die Welt mit einem anderen Auge und weißt, wie es hier läuft. Und du würdest dann... Und im Endeffekt sagt die Geschwisterchen, sagt zu dem Hauptcharakter, wenn du mich wieder siehst, bist du dann wahrscheinlich auf meiner Seite, weil du gesehen hast, was ich gesehen habe. Aber irgendwas scheint in dieser Welt schlecht zu laufen, was die Götter angeht, aber wir wissen noch nicht alles.
Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, right?
Scheint einiges im Verborgenen zu liegen.
She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next?
Was ist das für eine Stimme?
Ich
bin wieder verwundert.
Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animal and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in.
Also das Einzige, was wir über Inazuma wissen, von der normalen Story her, jetzt nicht von Trailern und so weiter, da hat man ja einiges gesehen, ist, dass es eine Nation ist, die abgeschlossen ist von anderen Nationen und man nicht einfach dahin fahren kann oder herauskommen kann. Und dass die dort die göttlichen Augen von den ganzen Leuten, die halt diese Elementarfähigkeiten einsetzen können, einsammeln, damit die Oberchefin Gottheit dort sich nicht bedroht fühlt von eventueller Bedrohung gegenüber sieht, ihre Macht zu verlieren oder sowas. Und ja, mal gucken. Wird wahrscheinlich ein bisschen komplizierter.
Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
Es gibt jemanden am Hafen, der kommt von Inazuma, so ein Mädchen, das ist einfach von dort geflüchtet.
Oh, Paimon spotted someone already. Atsuko in Leo Harbor. She's from Inazuma.
Genau, ich erinnere mich an
Let's see
sie.
what she has to say.
Sie hat mich rumgeschickt, um mir Arbeit zu suchen. Herbstwinde, tiefrote Blätter, yay! Das ist der Prolog. Okay, dann fliegen wir mal rüber. Eigentlich könnte ich es mir einfach einfacher machen, indem ich einfach rüber teleportiere. Ich hoffe eigentlich heute so weit zu kommen, dass ich den Hafen erreiche oder die Küste von Inazuma, also die neue Welt. Neue Welt. Die Insel. Aber ich weiß nicht, wie lange das dauern wird hier. Während ich jetzt auf Abenteuerstufe 36 gelevelt bin, gibt es da so unendlich viele Sachen in Liyue, die ich immer noch nicht entdeckt hatte und die mich immer noch so verwundert haben, wie groß das eigentlich ist. Es hat aber echt Spaß gemacht. Mir gefällt Liyue echt gut. Im Vergleich zu Mondstadt mag ich Liyue einfach mehr.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reach the end. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Ausreißerin.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising.
Also es gibt 3 größere Verwaltungen in dem Land.
One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
Wir haben einen zwingenden Grund.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma.
Mein Gott.
And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way.
Beidou.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
Wow. Schau mal hier. Am äußersten Zipfel. Da habe ich hier das andere Boot auch schon markiert. Ups. Teleportieren hier hoch, kraxeln da hoch auf den. Und dann fliegen wir rüber, hoffentlich. Das ist einfach der äußerste Rand der Karte. Also suchen wir uns ein Schiff, an dem wir einfach uns breit machen können. Können Sie uns bitte mitnehmen? Beidou habe ich auch. Ich mag auch, sie hat auch ein Zweihandschwert. Aber in der Mangelung dessen, dass ich zu wenige Charaktere leveln kann. Wenn 4 schon zu anstrengend sind. Es gibt denn, einen Moment, ich muss erstmal hier meine Mora sammeln. Ah, die ist da drauf. Da müssen wir noch ein bisschen höher steigen. Sieht mir ein bisschen weit aus. Was war das gerade für ein Zeichen? Achso, Zuckerblume. Ich habe schon die Trailer gesehen für die neuen Charaktere. Also allgemein der Patch-Trailer. Und da gibt es einen Charakter mit einem Bogen. Die gehört, glaube ich, zum Shogunat oder so. Aber sie sieht richtig gut aus. Die hätte ich gern. Ich glaube, ich spare jetzt mein ganzes, meine ganze Währung, die ich jetzt im Spielverlauf bekomme, für den Banner, wo sie mit drin ist. Weil ich brauche einen Fernkämpfer. Und sie ist einer der wenigen, die mir optisch ja schon gefallen. Ah, okay, töten wir die mal.
One with my blade.
Leave it up to me.
Forth of my blade. From whence you came.
Da ist ja noch einer. Ich dachte, wir werden uns zu zweit. Ich will aber nicht die Klippe runterfahren. Könnt ihr wirklich an der Klippe kämpfen? Unangenehm. Sind die tot? Ist einer runtergefallen? Nein! Ich warte mal kurz, bis der spawnt. Vielleicht spawnt er auch nie. Er hat sich da unten gemütlich gemacht. Ich ignoriere den jetzt einfach mal. Ich hole mir nur den Loot und dann haben wir mal einen Abflug.
body and mind.
Raus fürs Gleiten. Hier habe ich das Teil noch nicht geholt. Das sollte ich mir mal markieren. Ich möchte mal die neuen Säulen irgendwann fertig haben. Aber dafür müsste ich die sammeln. Dann muss ich meinen Hauptcharakter mal ummodeln. Den Geo. Aber wir fliegen jetzt mal rüber. Sieht aus wie ein Wikinger-Schiff irgendwie, wegen dem Paddeln. Aber es sieht halt merkwürdig aus, weil es Paddel, Segel und so ein Rad und hinten dran hat. Das ist bestimmt irgendwo eine Kiste. Ich glaube, ich war schon auf diesem Schiff, ehrlich gesagt. Ich habe es ja markiert. Guten Tag.
I ride on wind and cloud alike.
Wen haben wir denn da?
Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing,
Floating
I guess that time
thing.
has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Romantischer Typ.
The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Du riechst nach Sternen. Kann man sich
Pay it
merken.
no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that...
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
Oh mein Gott, die beide ist so richtig lustig, wenn sie redet. Ich mag sie voll. Das ist mal schön, wenn es eine erwachsene Person gibt in dem Spiel.
with this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
Also sie will wahrscheinlich, dass ich am Turnier mitmache, damit ich anheuern kann.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
Warum hat es keinen Besitzer?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Ehrlich zu sein, bin ich nicht interessiert.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma, no sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
Ja.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Also müssen wir erstmal an diesem Turnier kämpfen. Da drüben. Na gut, dann muss ich nochmal fliegen. Das wird schon. Das ist aber eine ganz schön fette Kiste, die ich noch nicht gemacht habe. Ich würde sagen, die holen wir mal, wenn wir eh schon mal da sind.
A touch of frost.
No, my sword! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! As a dutiful maid would. I must leave no stone unturned.
Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment.
Nice and spicy! Leave it all to me.
Mal wieder hinrollen.
Forth, my blade.
Rain outlines your fate. Boba, get them! Race you! Eat this! Nice and spicy.
Wenn wir dann beim Turnier teilnehmen, frage ich mich, wie das gehen soll, wenn wir keine göttlichen Augen benutzen sollen. Ob das dann jetzt nur eine Sequenz ist. Eine vorgegebene. Hallo, aufwachen.
Swift and merciful.
Den Celia bringen wir jetzt auch mal nach Hause. Ups. schwimmen noch ein paar Kisten. Ich habe übrigens dieses, auf dem Drachengrat diesen Speer gebaut, der mit Eisflächen funktioniert. Der ist ein bisschen merkwürdig. Aber den würde ich gerne auf Zhangling testen, weil wir einen Eisboy haben. Ich denke, das wird gut zusammenpassen. Aber ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Ich das ja mal ganz kurz zeigen. Den hier. Den habe ich auch schon zweimal geschmiedet und zusammengefügt. Ich kann ihn jetzt nur noch nicht verstärken. Das heißt, er ist von den Damage Output einfach nicht hoch. Wie jetzt die Favonius Lanze. Aber ich bin mir nicht sicher, was besser sein könnte. Ob das vielleicht Sinn ergibt. Also ein Flächenschaden an Eis. Ein Eisangriff verursacht dann Schaden und verursacht Schaden in Höhe von 240% vom Angriff. Und das ist ziemlich hoch, wenn der Angriff hoch ist, wenn die Gegner von Cryo-Effekten betroffen sind. Und das wird wahrscheinlich oft der Fall sein, weil ich arbeite ja viel mit Schmelzen und Einfrieren. Deswegen bin ich mir nicht sicher, ob es Sinn ergibt. Aber es schadet ja nicht, den Speer zu haben. Dafür muss man, das ist aber schon eine Farmerei, den zu bauen. Falsche Richtung, wir müssen hier lang. Also solange ich den nicht leveln kann, werde ich den noch nicht testen. Aber ich bin daran interessiert, wie stark sich dieser Effekt ausdrückt. Den nehmen wir jetzt auch mal mit, wenn wir schon wieder da sind.
A touch of frost.
Da hinten ist die Arena. Wir gehen aber jetzt noch die Truhe holen. Wir sind nicht so oft hier. Ich bin öfters hier, um den Geo-Weltboss da zu machen, aber... aber nicht auf den anderen Inseln.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against? Roba, get them!
Aber wenn die alle wenn ich die kennen sollte, die anderen Kämpfer, dann würden die mich ja gewinnen lassen. Oh. Damit ich meine Reise antreten kann. Ups. Ich dachte, hier oben wäre eins der Fackeln, aber da hinten ist eins. Hier ist auch eine Seelie. Meine Güte. Dann muss ich wieder da hochklettern. Bin doch gerade da runtergekommen. Oh, vom Gestein geführt. Haben eine Errungenschaft und zwar einfach genug Seelen zurückgebracht, schätze ich. Ja, 60 Stück in Liyue. Gib mir das Urgestein. Wir sparen jetzt. Ich habe überlegt, das Urgestein wieder auszugeben, damit ich Chongqing leveln kann. Das Sternbild zumindest. Aber es ist so nervig. Ich bekomme den wahrscheinlich eh nicht. Wenn dann kriege ich einen Charakter, den ich nicht wollte. Naja, kann man sich halt nicht aussuchen. Den kriege ich halt auch im normalen Banner, deswegen muss ich mich da nicht so drauf versteifen. Immer noch nicht. Wir brauchen immer noch eine Fackel. Das ist so witzig. Mein Gurba, der hinterlässt jetzt Peperonis. Kurz Ember.
Leave it to me.
Ich schau gleich mal genauer. Ich mache nur mal das Rätsel da oben. Das ist bestimmt auch noch eine Truhe.
I'll race you there.
Ups, ich habe mich verdrückt. Ah, da vorne.
Just sharpen my spear.
Ich habe jetzt in letzter Zeit angefangen, Markierungen zu setzen.
Race you.
Hier war doch gerade so eine kleine Insel mit Steinchen auf der Seite. Hier? Ne, hier. Hier irgendwo. Ganz grob. Hier reden wir mal mit den Leuten. Onkel Jun.
Hello. Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show
Das
over skill is gonna
eventuell
get their
ein
butt
Minigame?
handed to
Das wäre witzig.
them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them.
Oh my
Planted
God.
a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife.
Vor allem, wie er das erzählt, total
I stood my
enthusiastisch.
ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Das klingt gefährlich.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Ja, Die Paimon geht jetzt rum und disst alle.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person.
I bekommt was? A perfect person? Er möchte ein perfekter Mensch sein, deswegen hätte er gerne das göttliche Auge.
I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing. A vision.
Also dieses göttliche Auge, das wird das Thema von Inazuma.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Warum erzählen die uns die Story von jedem einzelnen Teilnehmer? Das wundert mich ein bisschen. Hallo.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and to the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch.
Hä?
For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Ist das überhaupt möglich?
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
Die werden eigentlich, glaube ich, in die Irre geführt irgendwie.
There's a tuition.
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Oh je. Die meisten sind wegen dem göttlichen Auge da.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Jetzt kommen alle und denken, ich gewinne so oder so.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
Paimon ist so zufrieden, der Blick.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui. And
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
my apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process.
Was soll ich denn schreiben?
So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Ja, ich bin der Ehrenritter, der Ritter.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror, Dvalin, and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa.
Oh Mann, sie ist schon Angeberin doch.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Na gut.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings.
Ja, gehe ich mal davon aus, dass es besser
In any
ist.
case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right? Alright, it's showtime! You got this!
Also, wie kämpft man dann?
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Ja, jetzt.
Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Sind die Elementarfähigkeiten dann gesperrt oder drücke ich dann nur noch R1?
Come on, let's go sign up!
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Also ich kann nur...
You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
Die haben aber keine Chance. War die Level 75? Anführungsstrichen.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability.
Warum hat der eine Typ in dem Samurai-Outfit so eine verbundene Hand?
So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. Ich fought well.
Ich dachte, Blumen kommen aus seinem Mund.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that.
Ich mag die Beidou. Die ist richtig sympathisch. Ich würde sie auch gerne leveln, aber ich kann nicht alles leveln.
You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right?
Wen denn? Den Poeten?
So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beidou works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about.
Warum ist die so scharf da drauf? Ich glaube, die hat einfach nur Spaß.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
Ich kann ja nichts einsetzen, außer...
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
Die Dark Horse? Wer? Das ist bestimmt ein Charakter, den wir kennen, oder?
I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game.
Okay, follow me.
Paimon ist jetzt mein Privat-Cheerleader.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Stufe 90.
The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
Also die Schläge sind einfach hart.
You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Oh! Das ist wie, was für ein Soundeffekt. Ich kann ihn eigentlich mit dem Ball bewerfen, oder? Entschuldigung. Ich wollte es nur testen.
Pretty good. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
Die Augen von ihr sind so lustig. Ist auch einfach ganz klein geworden so.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Das ist auch ein bisschen merkwürdig, warum die Götter das ein paar Leuten geben und ein paar lieber nicht.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters. And only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
Quick. Ich muss meine Ausdauer einteilen.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Die Paimon, die denkt sowieso immer, wir müssen uns um die Gerüchte kümmern und was die Leute so sagen, wenn wir den eh doch gleich treffen.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Aw.
By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply.
Okay.
"Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment, so I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
Okay.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Ist das mal jemand, der eine Waffe benutzt?
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I
Okay.
haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Komischer Typ. Ach, so weit weg? Was passiert jetzt? Hello.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter.
Ja, bitte.
You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match.
Aber woher weißt du das?
When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of some mysterious being.
Ja, Paimon ist schon immer mysteriös gewesen. Keine Ahnung, woher sie kommt.
Evaluating us based on our smell. It's weird.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
Ja, alles, was ich getan habe, war eine Statue zu berühren.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make... Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Was spart er jetzt mit mir? Okay, doch nicht. Siege ein Monster. Ach so, okay. Ich wollte den gerade hauen.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. Rain cutter. Someone needs to
resistance.
Fourth, my blade.
No, my sword!
Nice and spicy.
Swift and
Ich hab die gar nicht gemacht. Der Panda hat die gerade alle geschmolzen,
You're toast.
während ich eingefroren war.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electro-visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
Also scheint das Elektro göttliche Augen für eine ganze Weile nicht mehr hergegeben worden zu sein.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before?
Ich bin mir nicht sicher.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Da wir es ja nicht brauchen, wird es wohl ein anderer mitnehmen. Ich denke mal, das wird uns in Inazuma eh abgenommen.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
Celebrity.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds.
Das ist wahrscheinlich der, mit dem ich gerade geredet habe.
Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Ah, das göttliche Auge wurde gestohlen.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me. Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Er weiß schon die Richtung. Der riecht ja die Leute, scheinbar. Er ist ein Scharnüffel da.
A wind current?
Moment, ich hol
The
erst
winds
das
have
Geld.
come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
Okay. Einen Moment, ich muss immer warten, bis die Ausdauer voll ist.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Was? Er hat's
Well, then
gehört?
why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Ich glaube, er wollte wissen, wer das göttliche Auge klauen will. Oder, ich weiß es nicht, komischer Typ.
Let me weave you a verse.
Spirit Blade, attack! A touch of frost.
You can't run from death.
Hier?
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
Schon?
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Das ist eine gute Antwort.
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Nice and spicy.
Submit for judgment!
I got careless.
Steady as stone. Into the fire.
I got careless.
Have a little taste. The wrong test subject.
Das ist der Grund, warum ich den Drachenspeer probieren will, weil ich immer Gegner in der Zone hier habe.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed,
Der macht ihn aber ganz schön
stealth, and
fertig.
style. But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me. Drat. This should have gone differently. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Okay.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
What are you trying to do? Just you watch.
Rain outlines your fate.
Swift and merciful. Spirit Flame. Attack!
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near.
Wollte nur testen, ob das göttliche Auge sich erweckt, wenn der andere in Not gerät.
Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Hyman doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening.
Warum will er denn göttliches Auge wieder erwecken?
After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try?
Na schön.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Ja, warum will er das wieder aufleben lassen?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision
Hat
anyway?
bestimmt ein persönliches Interesse daran.
The story begins with an old friend.
Ja, dachte ich mir schon. Oh, Storytime.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Okay, da müssen wir nicht zurückfliegen, oder? Oh doch, müssen wir. Da hinten war eine Truhe. Der hat das aber bildlich erklärt. Also sein Freund wollte sich unbedingt dem Gott stellen oder das Schwert des Gottes sehen und hat deswegen rebelliert. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher, aber die scheint ja nicht so Sympath Nummer 1 zu sein, die Frau.
Huh? Did Beto leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang.
Auch
It
noch.
seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she...
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Hyman thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. you will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning.
Das ist aber ein netter Typ.
The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Eigentlich hat er gesagt after the storm, also nach dem Sturm. Könnte sich als der beschwerlichste erweisen. Mhm. Meistermedaille vom Krux-Turnier. Tatsache. Sammeln jetzt mal die schnell ein. Wir sind auch schon fast 37. Obwohl ich eigentlich nichts gemacht habe. Oh, die wartet im Hafen. Okay, dann machen wir das. Das war eine schöne Cutscene gerade, wo der von seinem Freund erzählt hat, wie der gestorben ist. Falls er gestorben ist.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
Ich wusste es doch.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Erster Akt. Jetzt kommen wir endlich zu dem Teil, der neu gepatcht wurde. Mein Gott, das hat echt ewig gedauert. Geh zur Alcor, also muss ich jetzt wieder zurückgehen. Wir gehen mal kurz zur Schmiede vorbei und holen das Zeug, was ich da noch reingesteckt habe. Ein paar Kristalle. Ich komme eigentlich total unvorbereitet. Können wir jetzt nochmal den Berg hochkraxeln. Ich hätte eigentlich gerade mal vor dem Main-Charakter kurz auf Geo stellen sollen. Dann könnte mich oben das eine Oculus holen, was auf dem Berg noch liegt. Aber das kann ich dann irgendwann anders machen. Die ich nicht habe, die markiere ich einfach auf der Karte. Kann ich hier hoch? Nee. Pfeifen wir uns noch was rein. Rennen, gleiten. Und dann hoffe ich, dass wir jetzt endlich weiterkommen. Ich frage mich, wie das mit dem Sturm ist. Ob die dann einfach eine Cutscene machen oder das ausblenden. Oder wir, wer weiß, untergehen. Hier noch Zeug vergessen. Vom letzten Mal. Lasst mich in Ruhe. Ich will nur die Spitze erreichen. Nein, das Geoculus. Irgendwann muss ich die alle sammeln, damit ich diese andere Quest abschließen kann, aber... Jetzt erstmal ein Abgang. Ich glaube, man kann das mittlerweile sehen. Das ist das da hinten, oder? Man sieht es wahrscheinlich nicht an der Aufnahme, aber ganz weit im Horizont sieht man irgendwelche Sachen. Steine oder so. Ich weiß nicht, ob was das damit zu tun hat. Das sind wahrscheinlich schon die Inseln. Vielleicht, Fragezeichen. Vielleicht ist auch nur Deko. Aber da fliegt auch was in der Luft, das ist schon sehr verdächtig.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Das ist echt ein schönes Boot. Schiff, Entschuldigung. Die rudern tatsächlich. Also kein Sturm. Ui. Die Musik hat sich geändert.
Ahoy there.
Ist das mein Führer?
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Aha, wissen die es auch schon von mir?
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Na gut, wir registrieren uns mal als Fremde. Doch, tatsächlich, man sieht Leo und den großen Berg von hier aus. Ich will Sushi-Rezept. Lavendelmelone. Das ist was Neues. Wow, ist mal ein Sonnenuntergang. Wie hübsch. Ich wollte erstmal hier den Hafen plündern. Eintrag zum Tagebuch. Wenn ich jetzt eigentlich ohne zu registrieren ins Land laufen würde, würde es dann Probleme geben? Der ist aus Liyue. Ich werde es mal versuchen. Es wird wahrscheinlich eh keine Konsequenzen dafür geben, aber diese kleinen Inseln sind auch interessant. Ich will mal schauen, ob ich Ärger bekomme. Scheint noch nicht so zu sein. Die Frau wohnt wohl da oben. Vielleicht. Eventuell. Halt, wer ist da? Nein! Man hat sie erwischt. Oh Mist, ich wollte das Ding da sammeln, was immer da ist. Ohne Reisegenehmigung kannst du nicht in Rito ein- oder ausreisen. Okay. Ich gehe ja schon. Also man darf einfach nicht zu weit raus ins Wasser, meint er damit. Das ist wahrscheinlich nur die Ein- und Ausgänge, oder? Das ist wieder das Zeug. Das ist nur Seealgen. Hier, komm mal her. Für meine Miso-Suppe. Da oben ist auch schon der Aussichtspunkt. Ich will, glaube ich, den beklettern. Ich frage mich, ob das jetzt geht. Kann mir auch gleich mal die Gegend ein bisschen anschauen. Ist ganz schön hoch. Kann ich mich hier auf den Vorsprung stellen? Nee, kann ich nicht. Warum? Warum nicht? Shit. Try again. Der links war besser. Da war ein bisschen Gras. Die Musik ist ja ganz sachte. Sehr unaufdringlich. Da haben wir schon die erste Statue. Sagen wir mal Hallo. Offen steht dir diese Welt, wenn Edelmut dein Herz erhält. Pau! Okay. Ich weiß, dass hier die Ayaka wohnt. Das weiß ich einfach so. Okay, hier sind 3 Inseln. Schon. Und kleine Zersplitterungen. Ich will leckere Rezepte lernen. Cool. Okay. Und das ist die Hauptstadt. Schätze ich mal. Ja, das ist auch die Abenteuergilde. Naja, dann gehen wir mal, machen die Hauptquest. Wollte mich nur ein bisschen hier rumsneaken. Oh, können wir das schon machen? Nee, wir haben ja nichts davon. Vom Hauptcharakter können wir eventuell die Fähigkeit ändern. Ich weiß nicht, ob das jetzt schon geht. Die brauchen wir sowieso so bei der Erkundung. Schätze ich mal.
This world is full of unsolved.
Einklang mit der Elektrokraft. Krass, geht schon. Okay. Ich bin lila geworden. Okay. Ich will es nochmal sehen. Okay, ich schmeiß Elektrobällchen. So, jetzt muss mal wieder raus. Der ist ein bisschen unterlevelt.
May knowledge guide you. Body and mind.
Mist, ich dachte, die kann auf den Vorsprung. Ich bin an Truhen interessiert. Hm. Also noch hat keiner was gesagt, dass hier rumkraxel. Herr Kamachi, wie kann ich sicher sein, dass mein Brief bei dir ankommt? Kannst du wahrscheinlich nicht. Es gibt übrigens bei Liyue am Strand so eine Oma, die wurde, als sie jünger war, schiffbrüchig. Und ich glaube, ihr Mann müsste hier sein. Aber es könnte mich irren. Das sieht aus wie ein guter Screenshot. Ich mach das mal ganz schnell. Das sieht ein bisschen blöd aus, aber lustig. Einen Moment. Das wird dann wahrscheinlich mein Thumbnail.
Time to act.
Moment. Handelskompanie. Das sieht nach Essen aus. Wie wäre es mit einem feinen Wein aus Mondstadt? Er ist wirklich echt. Dieser Laden ist für exklusive Verkäufer von edlen Spirituosen aus Mondstadt. Apfelwein. Wie läuft dein Geschäft? Das ist nicht schlecht. Immerhin ist der Schnaps aus Mondstadt der beste in Teyvat. Aber das Zakoko-Dekret hat wirklich einige Schwierigkeiten beim Transport von Vorräten geschaffen. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was passieren wird, wenn wir lokale Zutaten verwenden. Okay, hier kann man nichts kaufen. Gibt es hier irgendwas zu beißen? Imbissverkäufer. Warte mal, Moment. Das könnte auch ein guter Screenshot sein. Das ist sogar vielleicht hübscher. Moment. Ich habe gerade meinen Spaß mit Gegend anschauen. Okay. Sorry. Willst du ein paar besondere Snacks haben? Ja, darum bin ich hier. Dieser Imbissstand wurde von meinem Mann gegründet, der mich gebeten hat, mitzumachen. Am Anfang wollte ich nicht wirklich. Aber man muss früh aufstehen und spät nach Hause gehen. Mein Mann war nie bei guter Gesundheit. Wie hätte er das lange aushalten können? Aber er sagte mir, dass er es liebte, das Lächeln auf den Gesichtern der Leute zu sehen, während sie die von mir zubereiteten Snacks aßen. Du musst eine sehr gute Köchin sein. Du weißt, wie man Komplimente macht. Ich bin keine berühmte Köchin, aber ich bin sehr gut im Würzen. Hier, das habe ich frisch gekocht. Möchtest du es probieren? Scheint, dass du ein Fremder bist. Wenn das Essen nicht nach deinem Geschmack ist, kann ich die Würzung speziell für dich anpassen. Gerösteter Trockenfisch. Harrison Ford? Du bist hier, um dich einzudecken? sprich leise und ich kann dir ein paar echte Perlen zeigen. Perlen? Ganz genau, die waren bei uns in Premium-Produkte. Wir haben sie in allen Arten und Kategorien. Ich bin sicher, dass dir eins davon gefallen wird. Bist du sicher, dass du nicht schmuggelst? Psst, die Wände haben Ohren, mein Freund. Das sind importierte Waren. Ich habe noch nie von diesem Schmuggelquatsch gehört. Ich sehe, dass du auch Fremd hier bist. Du verstehst, worum es bei uns geht, oder? Wenn du etwas brauchst, denk daran, deinem Bruder zu helfen. Alles klar. Sieh es einfach als Geschenk von einem Freund an. Wer nicht wagt, der nicht gewinnt, oder? Wir sehen uns noch. Anleitung zum Gold, okay.
Time to act.
Give me.
Where would be the best place to explore?
Ihr Kopf steckt leider in der Kiste drin. Wow, was ist das denn? Ist das der Sturm? Oder ist das jetzt nur über so einem kleinen Gebiet? Der kommt aus. Der legendäre Schatz. Na, ist das nicht aufregend? Schatz? Du hast das gehört, oh, das ist problematisch. Deine Ausrüstung nach zu urteilen scheinst du ein Erfahrener zu sein. Ich habe einen Freund, der schon einmal in Inazuma gewesen ist. Er erzählte mir eine Menge Legenden über die Schätze. Er erwähnte auch viele Orte wie das Dorf Konda oder wie auch immer dieser Ort heißt. Leider kann ich Rito nicht verlassen. Wenn du einen Weg findest, nach Inazuma zu kommen, könntest du mir helfen, mich umzuhören. Sich umzuhören. Ja. Okay. Naja, ich muss wohl erstmal die Hauptquest machen. Ich dachte, ich kann hier ein bisschen umschauen. Der Himmel ist hier irgendwie dunkler. Wie kommt mir das nur so vor?
Body and mind.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
Wir sind hier, um mit Wein zu handeln. Wir sind hier, um meine Schwester zu finden.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Wir haben keine Wahl.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very... Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Naja, wir haben schon mal kurz davon gehört, dass es 3 Verwaltungen gibt. Aber das sehen wir noch. Lieber Gast, möchtest du ein paar Erze aus Liyue kaufen? Nee, eigentlich nicht. Da kommen wir gerade her. Wein aus Mondstadt. Also die Siedlung ist sowas wie... Warum stehen alle hier vor? Wenn ich ihn treffe, muss ich noch... Hast du was auf dem Herzen. Ich bin eine Forscherin aus Liyue. Mein Traum ist es, die Welt zu bereisen. Meine Reise verlief bisher in Mondstadt, Sumeru, Natlan und Fontaine ziemlich reibungslos, aber hier in Inazuma haben sich die Dinge unerwartet entwickelt. Wegen des Sakoku-Dekrets konnte ich Inazuma nicht betreten. Als ich aus Enttäuschung aufbrechen wollte, traf ich auf ihn. Ihn? Ja, er war die erste Person, die ich in Inazuma traf, die bereit war, mir zu helfen. Weil er sah, dass ich eine einsame Fremde war, bot er mir eine Menge Hilfe an. Ehrlich, er ist sehr freundlich und warmherzig. Ich habe ihn ziemlich lieb gewonnen, aber mein weltweiter Aufenthalt ist noch nicht zu Ende. Ich kann mich nicht einfach in Inazuma niederlassen. Liebe ist kostbar, aber Freiheit ist noch viel kostbarer. Ich muss wirklich sorgfältig wählen. Und ohne den Willen frei zu sein, kann man nicht aufgeschlossen sein, auch wenn man weitergeht. So wie es aussieht, bist du auch ein Reisender. Das hier ist für dich. Anleitung zur Freiheit, ja. Ups. Also er ist das. Du scheinst von etwas beunruhigt zu sein. Mein fremder Freund, hast du schon einmal erlebt, das Gefühl, dass deine ganze Welt heller geworden ist, nachdem du jemanden getroffen hast? Ah, tut mir leid, das klingt jetzt sicher ein bisschen schäbig, aber so fühle ich mich wirklich. Ach, der ist der Typ. Nachdem ich sie kennengelernt hatte, wollte ich sogar meine Heimatstadt verlassen und ihr das unbekannte Jenseits folgen. Ihr? Ja, dieses Mädchen aus Liyue, jemand, mit dem ich vor nicht allzu langer Zeit eine schicksalhafte Begegnung hatte. Sie ist fröhlich, klug und sorglos. Ich frage mich oft, ob ich Inazuma mit ihr verlassen und mich auf eine Reise begeben sollte, die ich mir nie zuvor vorgestellt habe. Aber ich soll der Nachfolger meines Familienunternehmens sein. Es wird sehr schwer für mich sein, meine Pflichten aufzugeben und zu gehen. Ah, was soll ich tun? Ja, mein Freund. Deine Freundin steht auf der anderen Seite dieses Baums. Denkt genau dasselbe. Ich bin erstaunt, dass ich noch keine einzige Kiste gefunden habe. Hallo. Bist du ein Kunde? Also was hat es mit diesem Laden auf sich? Andenken. Ach, das ist ein Touristenladen. Statuen des Shoguns. Ja, unser allmächtiger Shogun ist eine barmherzige und vergebende Person. Ja, sicher. Es war mal unser meistverkauftes Produkt. Traurigerweise haben wir unseren Kundenstamm verloren, seit die Schließung passiert ist. Ja, die hat sich nicht so beliebt gemacht, glaube ich. So, wen müssen wir besuchen? Warum habe ich noch keine einzige Schatztruhe gesehen? Ich bin so verwirrt. Oder gibt es ja wohl keine? Doch, da oben muss doch eine sein. Es kann doch nicht sein, dass hier die ganze erste Insel ohne Schatztruhe ist. Ich bin so traurig. Ja, geh erstmal zur Hauptquest. Hello.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Das ist total mutwillig, also voll random. Ein ordentlicher Rabatt.
Thank you ever so much, Monsieur. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then,
hat sich
as
für
you
uns
wish,
verkauft.
Mr. Toma, I will make a record.
Much obliged.
Also ohne ihn wären wir nicht sehr weit gekommen. Was ist das hier? Die Anmeldung des Wohnsitzes wird reibungslos bearbeitet. Ja.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
Sense of finance. Ich glaube, es geht um mehr als um Geld.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
Ich muss trotzdem einen Weg finden.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. Connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too.
No. In this instance,
Wir
when I
müssen
say
ihm einen
price, I'm
Gefallen
not talking
erweisen,
about
schätze ich
more.
mal.
In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Korruption, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Also muss ich erst die ganzen Leuten hier auf dem Vorinselchen helfen. Ach, ich bin ja schon da. Okay. Hello.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Hä? Ist schon merkwürdig.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either. Until eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow.
Also wenn die Leute irgendwas brauchen, dann melken sie die Ausländer.
But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Wirtschaftskunde mit Paimon.
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Wir gehen zum Händler und bringen ihn zur Vernunft.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
Got it. We're on the case.
Ja, man, mit der Regierung kann man da nicht reden. Das vermeiden wir mal. Aber ich glaube, der hätte uns sowieso zu dem Typen geschickt. Aber was bauen die denn von dem Kristallzeug? Das ist doch nicht normal. Ich glaube, die sammeln echt die göttlichen Augen und dieses Zeug da für irgendwas zu bauen.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me?
Wo kriegst du dein Zeug her?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Aber der Werner hat ja auch nicht, wer heißt Werner? Der Werner hat ja auch nichts davon, wenn er hier alle pleite macht. Also, auf lange Sicht. Der könnte doch eigentlich die Preise so hochhalten, wie er möchte. Aber so, dass die alle noch überleben würden, dann hätte er auch noch ein bisschen länger was davon. I don't know. Hello.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Nein.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
Was weißt du über Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of of the International Trade Association?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer!
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Body in mind.
Ich komme jetzt mit der Mondstadtkarte. Denke ich mal.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Na, ich muss ihm jetzt irgendwas geben. Aus Mondstadt. Die hier. Bitteschön.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Ja,
Either
definitiv.
that or he really does miss Leah Harbor.
Leah.
Der mag es gar nicht, dort zu sein, wo er jetzt ist, ne? Gib mir jetzt Blumen aus jeder.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home. Just like often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown,
Das ist ja leicht zu
carried
zerbürgen.
across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it, so I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world. Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this?
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Das ist eine miese Tour.
Body and mind.
Keijiro, it's him.
After him.
Muss ich ihm jetzt verfolgen? Schleichen? Ohne aufzufliegen? Wie? Assassin's Creed.
I need to think about it.
Er geht jetzt rechts. Nee, doch nicht. Was will er futtern?
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
It's not like I'll get any customers. But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Macht der jetzt Smalltalk?
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Tja, und jetzt?
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away.
Bin doch hier, Paimon. Keine Sorge, ich bin doch nicht blind. Oh, hat er mich gesehen? Nee. Sag mir jetzt nicht, dass er sein Geld vergräbt.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Der Werner. Werner ist schon witzig. Naja. Das war eine ganz kuriose Story.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger.
Warum hat er das nicht besser versteckt? Fragezeichen.
So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this, hmm?
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
Not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison. Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
Oh, was ist denn hier
A
los?
helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context,
Here's my card.
One.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young
Lady unseres Clans etwas Höflichkeit entgegenbringen.
of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I
What?
don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Aber Beziehungen sind alles, oder was, in diesem Land?
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future. Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right. Time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Ja, die Verwaltung, für die arbeitet.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself.
Okay.
I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
Ja, warum helfen Sie den Gestrandeten?
You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived.
Ach, er hat's auf uns abgesehen. Der wusste schon, dass wir kommen.
Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Lee. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree.
Ich habe Ihnen nie meine Hilfe angeboten.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
Shogun Raiden.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Aber was will die Frau von mir? Will, dass ich ihre Probleme löse?
Huh? What's up?
Fremde können Rito nicht verlassen.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma
Ich vermute nicht. Ich glaube, das muss ein Test sein, ja.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score!
So ein kleines Angry Babe.
Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Wow, das hat mir aber XP gegeben da. Ich kann jetzt schon Belohnung für Abenteuerstufe abholen. Da oben ist der erste Okulusstein. Oder was, aber wie auch immer das heißt. Anemo... Nicht Anemoculus. Müsste ja anders heißen. Wenn ich oben aufs Dach komme. Falls. Entschuldigung, ich muss mal kurz hier drauf klettern. Okay, das geht nicht. Dann den Baum. Wow, hier kann man die Gegend schön sehen. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich... Vielleicht schaffe ich es doch aufs Dach. Könnte schon hinkommen. Brauchen wir uns den Steinchen. Oh je. Ich glaube, ich bin zu tief. Knapp, knapp. Okay. Aber ich bin zu tief dafür. Noch ein bisschen höher. Bloß nicht runterfallen. Ich weiß nicht, ob die Höhe ausreicht, aber ich hoffe es mal. Ach so, man kann einfach springen. So viel dazu. Elektroculus. Das hört sich echt witzig an. Elektroculus.
Stop there. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinate, who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Also gehen wir zu den Verantwortlichen und schleimen uns ein. Ich versuche jetzt noch die Insel zu verlassen.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you get all that?
My sincere apologies.
Paimon, ey. Das fühlt sich immer so ein bisschen... So. Er hat uns einfach ins Haus gelassen, er weiß, wer wir sind. Ich werde mich kurz in seinem Garten umsehen. Aber ich fast sicher bin, ich finde hier nichts. Hier war ich ja schon.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come in...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their Harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Ich habe auch gesehen, dass man den Elf nochmal besiegen kann. Das ist wie eine Wiederholungsquest auf verschiedenen Levels. Ich habe den heute auf Level 60 probiert. Der ist auch ein bisschen schwerer.
Whoa, you heard about that too?
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Conjo Commission.
Ich glaube, jeder will uns ausnutzen auf dieser Insel. Also jeder will unsere Hilfe.
Well, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then, you must know the GENSHIN. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Ich habe ein paar davon dabei.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 GENSHIN, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
300?
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like...
709 letters, to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
709 Briefe. Ich glaube, wir reden mit der Dame, die uns ein Zeichen gegeben hat.
Halt, you two!
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
Sieh den Brief als Botschaft. Es tut mir leid, dass ich den Brief so abrupt abgebe. Ich hoffe, ich habe dich damit nicht belästigt. Ich glaube, dass die Begegnung mit dir kein Zufall sei. Ja, bla bla bla. Bitte mach dir keine Sorgen. Ich freue mich auf deinen Besuch. Also soll ich sie besuchen? Wird das nicht Ärger geben?
She wants you to secretly meet her at night?
Mhm.
But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
Das ist schon merkwürdig. 18 bis 24 Uhr. Drehen uns mal die Uhr. Das ist wahrscheinlich keine gute Idee, eine fremde Frau nachts irgendwo zu treffen. Aber naja.
Ah, you finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
Ich erinnere mich nicht.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments. And at last, we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito.
Ja, wenn sie uns
That is
helfen.
my promise.
Machen wir
To
einen
be
kleinen
perfectly
Botengang.
honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the shogun. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border.
Also wir schmuggeln uns mit Waren von der Insel runter. Klingt fair. Machen wir das noch? Da liegt aber was auf dem Tisch.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Oh mein Gott.
Yes, my lady. Very well.
Status ist alles.
It's an honor to have you accompanying us.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
Ich möchte gern das auf dem Tisch haben. Glitzert so schön. Seriöse Buchseiten. Okay. Machen wir die Eskorte. Oh, nicht schon wieder ein Transportballon. Ich bin da drin sehr schlecht.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Leave it all to me.
Boah, die sind schon 53.
Fourth, my blade.
That tingle?
Rain cutter. My family makes ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine. Their sole purpose is for decoration upon a wall.
From whence you came?
As a good knight should.
Freeze! That was careless.
Swift and merciful.
Ich schätze mal, ich muss die Charaktere leveln.
fire!
The wrong test subject.
Steady as stone.
Forth, my blade.
Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack.
Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Let me weave you a verse.
My blade! To the very swift and merciful.
Nice and spicy. Time to clean up.
Er ist ertrunken. Oh Gott. Das kann ja was werden.
One with my blade.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki, stay close.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
There's more open. A touch of frost.
I must leave no stone unturned.
You're open.
Er hat ein Feuerschwert. Also.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nice and spicy. Eat this.
More.
Cheap.
One with my blade. A thing or two. Submit for judgment.
Very. Be ready.
Know my sword. Body and mind. Rain cutter.
You're open. That was
As a good knight should. Nova, get them! Leave it all to me.
this. You win.
Uiuiui. Was sind das für komische Bäume an der Seite?
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my...
Careful.
My lady.
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams...
You
Oh
two
my
needn't
God.
worry. Please,
Los.
forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered,
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
Alright.
Wächter war die... lustiger Typ. Was ist das hier? Das ist so kompliziert. Bring die Elektrosiegel der heiligen Sakura des großen... Watt? Das war zu schnell. Selbst für mich.
We're finally on our own way again.
Gott sei Dank.
I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
Diese Bäume, was ist mit denen? Huch. L1 hoch. Dieses seltsame Ding, das in Inazuma häufig zu finden ist, eine Elektrokugel. Und man kann sich schnell bewegen.
Someone needs assistance.
Über Wasser laufen? Nein, nicht. Okay, ich schalte gleich den Speicherplatz frei. Wir können uns jetzt wieder frei bewegen. Zum Glück.
Rain outlines her.
Swift and merciful.
Ich hab den Fisch gegrillt, der in dem Wasserfall war. I'm sorry. Da war noch ein neuer Gegner. Kann ich den mal benutzen? Okay. Ich denke mal, ich heb mir die auf. Die Urgesteine erst einmal sammeln. Ich würde jetzt gern hier durch die Gegend tigern. Ich glaube, wir leveln mal die Charaktere hoch. 65 müsste eigentlich ausreichen. Ich lasse es erstmal. Hallo Wolf. Wie der einfach hier rumsitzt. Moment. Ich bin abgelenkt von der Umgebung. Ich muss mal den Save Point holen. Ach, den haben wir schon. Okay. Da ist nicht dieses komische Ding da. Autsch. Aha. Was ist das? Besondere Sakura-Blüte. Ist mir jetzt gerade zu hoch. Aber da stand auch eine Beschreibung vorhin. Was ist jetzt, wenn wir mehr davon passiert aber nichts. Glaube ich. Ich glaube, ich würde jetzt hier eine Pause machen. Oh, okay, ich bin in der Quest reingelaufen. Das sollte so sein. Die haben ein Problem mit Essen, oder? Nur auf Durchreise. Das heißt, dass man eine Art Donnersakura-Zweig berühren muss, bevor man diese Barriere ohne Probleme passieren kann. Aber was diese Zweige der Donnersakura angeht, um ehrlich zu sein, wissen wir nicht die Bohne, wie sie wirklich aussehen. Zusammenfassung unserer Situation. Warum bist du da rein? Ah, okay, ich habe ja die eine bekommen. Ja, ich habe schon eins davon. Hier. Ja, ja, habe ich. Wie schreibt sich das jetzt auf? Kümmere mich darum. Aha, jetzt geben sie mir Essen. Dankeschön. Also sehen wir die noch mal öfters, wenn ich's in Kanazuka, okay. Den heiligen Sakura-Baum dort. Werden sie wahrscheinlich wieder abhängen und was Neues kochen. Vielen Dank für deine Hilfe. Ich muss mir etwas zu essen holen. Okay, ciao. Das ist wahrscheinlich eine Quest, also die Leute, die man... Oh, das Rezept sogar. Give it to me. Das sehe ich hier gar nicht. Sakura Tempura. Aber was zu futtern? Ich würde sagen, wir hören jetzt hier auf, weil ich glaube, da gibt es gleich wieder eine nächste Quest und ich würde mich gerne hier mal in Ruhe umschauen. Und ja, ich würde sagen, das war der Anfang von Inazuma, beziehungsweise einfach nur die erste Insel, die total korrupt sind hier und hier scheint Ansehen und Beziehungen einfach alles zu sein. Und der Rest... Jetzt habe ich wenigstens die Möglichkeit, wieder frei rumzulaufen. Ja, bis jetzt habe ich jetzt noch nicht viel gesehen, aber ja, ich werde mal sehen, wie es dann so weitergeht. Ich bin ja jetzt wieder eine Stufe höher. Ich kann mich dann eigentlich mal rüber teleportieren, meine Belohnung abholen. Ich überlege mir tatsächlich von meinem Banner, das war jetzt auch viel gevoicete Story, hier noch den zu holen. Weil ich habe jetzt mittlerweile 500 oder 600 Primo Gems, weil es gab diese eine, diesen einen Brief, wo man ein Handygame spielen musste, kurzes, und dann kann man sich 40 Primo Gems kriegen, konnte man. Und ich überlege mir gerade, die für den Kranichhof auszugeben oder die aufzuheben. Weil ich möchte gerne Chongyun haben, aber wenn ich die anderen bekomme, werde ich dann knarzig. Von daher, mal schauen. Aber das war's erstmal. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal.